Hey there, it is FaithTalk.
Hey there, I'm Dan Radcliffe.
We love it when we get to hang with this rock star. David Glenn is a singer-songwriter and worship leader. David, how are you?
I'm doing great, Rick. It's great to see you, buddy.
You can tell he's a rock star because he's got cool glasses on that are transition glasses, apparently, and they turn shady when you step outside.
David, I think you need some merch, some glasses, sunglass, David Glenn sunglass merch.
I like the way you're thinking, Rick. I maybe so.
Yeah.
Mass produce some sunglasses.
Patch. A little stick-on soul patch. That'd be great. I'd buy that.
Well, to be in worship ministry, you have to have some form of facial hair, and I'm not as blessed as Rick with that, but I've got a little something to contribute.
I love it.
Hey, speaking of doing worship, if you go to fellowshiproswell.org, as soon as you get on, the main page, there's a video running. And that video is, at least the first one I saw, is worship. And you see David stepping up to the microphone and rocking the Casbah. He's not wearing his cool glasses. But, dude, that looks like an MTV video with you on it.
Oh, on the church's Facebook page?
Yeah. Oh, he'll have to check it out now, see?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll have to go back and look. I'm not sure what they put up there.
What did they put up there? We don't know.
It is the worship team, and then all of a sudden you see David stepping up to the mic, and I didn't have the sound up. I was doing something else as I was watching it, but it looks really it's a cool video. Do you remember that? Is that just
actually, I do. That was actually pre-COVID. So it was when I think we had a pretty big choir up, and then, full band and two electric guitar players. And so I remember that now. It's all coming back to me. That was a lot of fun.
And you've got a fan watching here. Mary Barrett says, David is awesome.
That's Mary Barrett. Hello, Mary.
Mary, thanks for watching.
Yeah.
Hey, David. She's from New England.
We wanted to catch up with you to see what's going on. I know you had mentioned we talked about children's stuff. In fact, you're going to do one of the children's tunes, which everybody loves. So what's been going on with you personally, family-wise, music? What's up?
Man, well, let's start at home. So we've been homeschooling. We were never had homeschooling on our radar until this past year. So we've been homeschooling our 7, almost 8-year-old this whole year. And then, of course, she has a little sister who's 3 and a little brother now that turns 1 this month. Wow. So my wife and I, we've been juggling quite a bit at home, but we really thrive on routine. And so we kind of have a process at home that really works for us. And sometimes, it breaks down every once in a while, but just kind of like managing that together. And then also with our church, we've been meeting, smaller crowds and social distancing, but that's been great. And so now, man, I'm so excited about spring. Spring is in the air. It was 74 degrees in Atlanta yesterday.
Yeah, love it.
And I'm just really excited, man. My energy levels is so up, right? From last year, right before COVID hit, I started trying to take a little bit better care of myself, and I've lost 82 pounds.
Holy wow, that's awesome. Man.
Yeah, I feel absolutely amazing. So it's nothing, no real specific diet. People ask me like, hey, what have you been doing? And I've just been they call it clean eating. You just don't eat any processed food, like nothing out of a bag or a box. It's just all, real food like God intended. And then I walk every day, man. And that's really good therapy for me because, being in the house, working from home for the most part and homeschooling with my wife, man, it's really good to get out there in God's beautiful creation and just get some fresh air and listen to the birds singing and, see neighbors walking outside. So, man, the spring is in the air and summer's on the way. So I'm so excited.
Gotta love it. So with the homeschooling, you said your oldest is 8. Is that right?
Yeah, she'll be 8 next month.
Now, has her math gotten above what your level of being able to teach her is? Because that's about where mine cuts off. Probably is 8 years old.
I'm actually a really big fan of math, so that's one of the subjects I gravitate towards. And so yeah, we haven't. I've been able to do okay so far, but I'm hoping she'll be back in school in the fall, and I won't have to deal with it next year.
David Glenn on the show with us. He is a singer-songwriter and worship leader there at the church there, Roswell Fellowship Bible Church in Roswell. I dropped my notes. I'm still really kind of shook up. I don't know where you didn't have 80 pounds to lose. You weren't really, I mean, to me, you didn't look like you were 80 heavier.
Yeah. Well, it's just like everybody, when you try to conceal as much as possible and kind of, dress to kind of not draw attention to things. But I was, my blood pressure was a little high. And so I kind of wanted to make a turn and just kind of, our body's a temple of the Lord. So just wanted to really start taking care of it as well as I could. And it's been good. It's been good.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So you got last time we talked, you were doing some kids songs for us, and I understand you got some more here. And you put the CD out just not too long ago, right? With the kids songs.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting. It's interesting that Mary's on with us today because I had songs that I was sharing last Christmas during the Christmas tour, and I was up in New England, but I didn't have. We didn't have everything set up online and everything. So that just released this past December. So what are we in? March, December, January? So like 3.5 months ago, we released it online. And since then we've been, we got great response from it. And so we put together a little music video, which I'm really excited about. If people want to check it out, it's on Facebook and my YouTube, and it's Going to the Park with Daddy video. And just a real fun video, and hopefully it'll inspire some dads to kind of get out there and take the kids to the park and give mama a break, which they definitely need, and for everything they do. And so yeah, that was a fun project. But I also have for each song on the CD, I did a little song story, like a little brief song story and how to play it, and just posted those on YouTube. So all those are out there. And that was really fun, just to kind of share those. I did one of them with Michaela, our 7, almost 8-year-old. We did one of the little videos together, so that was kind of fun. Awesome. But yeah, I'm still kind of in kid land right now. I've been writing, so I'm gonna be going into the studio and recording some new, contemporary, Christian and worship stuff, original stuff. But right now, I'm just kind of in kid land, doing all these kid songs. It's been a blast. And Chick-fil-A, the Dwarf House in Woodstock, they're actually shutting down next month for they're going to redo the whole store, and they're talking to me about coming in and doing like a kids concert to kind of celebrate the grand opening of the new Chick-fil-A.
Cool.
So that should be a lot of fun. Maybe we could, if we're really nice, maybe we could talk you guys into coming and doing like a remote or something. We could have some fun, get out some cows, and
that would be awesome, because that would mean that Chick-fil-A possibly is open inside again, which I've been rooting for several weeks now, just for them to open up inside again. So.
Yes.
When did you say that? What was the date on that opening? It's in Woodstock. Is that what you said?
Yes. Yeah, it's in Woodstock. It's the Dwarf House, which has a lot of history. It's got a little door that the kids love to walk in and out of, a little red door. It's got a lot of history in the community. And I think there's only 2 dwarf houses in existence, and that's one of them. And basically next week, I think it's, the 11th, March the 19th, they're shutting down the store for renovations. And we don't know how long that's going to take, but it's going to be spring, summer. So that'd be a great time. Maybe to even do a little concert, for families outside in the back parking lot or something,
how fun.
In the beautiful weather. That'd be a lot of fun.
Now, are you guys that we do want to hear your songs in a second, but I was just curious, are you guys doing any worship like outside at church now that it's warmer, or what have you guys been doing mainly?
We did, I think it was back in, Several months ago, we did worship on the green, where we brought in some staging and did like one large service outdoors. But we've been meeting inside in the worship center, and of course, pre-pandemic, we were doing 2 services, running maybe a couple thousand people, and now we're doing. We cap it off. I think it's 250 people per service, and we do 2 services a week. So our online audience, of course, is bumped up quite a bit. Of course, I don't know if you guys knew this, but our pastor, who we love, Dr. Crawford Loritz, he's retiring, and his last Sunday is going to be Easter Sunday.
He's not allowed to retire. Tell him he can't do it.
I know.
He's got to keep on preaching.
I know it, right? But he'll still be around, thank goodness, and his wife Karen. But Easter is his last service. So Easter Sunday, we're going to do 4 services to try to accommodate as many people, to come celebrate Easter and just kind of send him off and with well wishes and that kind of thing. So
yeah, good for him. We love Dr. Loritz. He's a great guy.
Now, who's taking over now? I know, is his son still in the Brian? Is he still in the ministry? Is he possible to lead, or who's going to lead there?
Well, they actually just announced the new senior pastor this past week, Jason Cook from Fellowship Memphis. Okay. And he and his family are going to be moving down and probably starting early summer, maybe sooner than that. He may commute before then. But I met him Sunday, a great guy. He used to play for the Baltimore Ravens. He was a pro football player.
Oh, wow.
And from what I understand, he was a running back, and he actually scored a touchdown against the Falcons. And I told him I wouldn't hold that against him. But yeah, great guy coming in, and we're real excited. It's kind of bittersweet. We know that God's doing some great stuff through Pastor Crawford, and he's going to continue doing like speaking engagements and traveling. And yeah, it's just kind of a passing of the baton, and it's a real healthy situation too. So we're real excited about all that God's done in the past and what he's doing in the future. So
don't you just love that too, that it is a healthy situation? And there's been a number of them that we've seen, First Baptist Church Woodstock.
Right.
And some others that have been nice and clean and just well done. It's really a breath of fresh air. It's the way things should be done. So he's going to be, but God bless him. Hey,
Amen,
we're talking to David Glenn, singer, songwriter, and worship leader at Fellowship Bible Church there in Roswell, and looking forward to hearing his stuff. What do you have for us? Let's set it up. Go ahead.
Grab that guitar back there.
Yeah, man, let's grab this guitar. So I thought I would do this song since it's so beautiful outside today. It was funny. When I was in the kitchen this morning, I was cooking eggs, and the pot got hot and it started like smoking a little bit. So I had to open the window of the kitchen so I wouldn't set the fire alarm off. And
that's how you know when it's done, is when the fire alarm goes off.
So when I did that, I heard the birds singing out there. I'm like, oh, my wife and said, that is amazing. Listen how loud they're singing. So there's a song on the kids CD called Birdie Birdie, and it was just Michaela when she was a little younger. We were out in the backyard, and it was kind of the same time of year, and a bird was singing, and I literally just started singing these lyrics, just simple lyrics, and she just started laughing and singing along. So it just became a little ditty, so to speak, that we sing together as a family. And it's kind of fun. It's called Birdie Birdie. I think if we do this, I probably need to have some kind of something to kind of put back here.
Yeah,
a little
you gotta
prop.
have that, definitely.
Maybe I could put him in the camera.
There he is, right there.
Okay.
Perfect. And he's
no!
He's tired.
Right, here we go. We're gonna make
David's
this happen.
setting up.
Okay.
There you go.
There you go.
All right, here we go. Birdie Birdie. Birdie Birdie in the tree, sing a pretty song for me with a beautiful melody so we can sing along. Ooh, 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 so we can sing along. Ooh, 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 ooh. Birdie Birdie, Birdie Birdie in the tree, sing a pretty song for me with the beautiful melody so we can sing along. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Now we can sing along. One more time. Birdie, birdie in the tree, sing a pretty song for me. With the beautiful melody so we can sing along. Ooh, 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 ooh. Now we can sing along. Ooh, 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 ooh. Now we can sing along.
Yes. David, you know how to write toe tappers, dude.
Well, that's Birdie Birdie.
Love it. Love it.
David Glenn, it's spelled with two N's, Glenn. Remind us, I want you to do another song, but remind us where they can get your stuff.
It's on any social or all digital outlets, Amazon, iTunes. It's on Spotify. And the name of the album is Songs for My Kids, Volume 1.
That means there's going to be Volume 2.
Yes.
Absolutely. Well, now that I have a 1-year-old son, I'm writing a bunch of other fun little songs, and they're going to be a little bit more masculine. Like it's going to include trucks and, fishing down by the pond and all kinds of fun stuff.
Oh, I thought you were going to say it had more of a heavy metal sound to it.
Well, that too. Yeah.
Hey, David, since the project's been out, what'd you say, 3 months? Have you heard anything about folks? So what song are folks loving? I mean, there's always one or two songs that people just, man, I love that song. I mean, I like the Birdie Birdie one. That's so catchy.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll be singing that the rest of the day, but is there a song that folks are just loving?
Well, the one song that I've been doing forever is the breakfast song. And people love that because I talk about, teaching, using it to captivate my daughter's attention and teaching our kids how to pray. And, our first time of prayer, usually in the morning, is for breakfast. And so that's kind of the one that everyone tends to gravitate toward. But really, I sit here and play the Birdie Birdie song for you guys. What's really fun about the recording is we had kids in the studio. So dynamically, it's very interesting because kids are singing like the echoes and stuff like that. And it just makes it really fun. And we did a lot of fun stuff musically in the studio. But yeah, probably the breakfast song. And then there's one that's totally different from any. It's not a toe tapper like most of them are. It's it's a lullaby, a song that I've been singing to the kids as I rock them to sleep at night. And that's called the Night Night song. So that's been doing really well too. But yeah.
Awesome. Well, let's hear one more before we have to take a break here. You got another one for us?
Yeah, I'll do the breakfast song. I know I've done it before, but I don't have a capo, and I need a capo for the Night Night song. So, all right, here we go.
All right.
And this is for all you late risers who are just now getting to breakfast. I like breakfast. I like my eggs and cheese. I like breakfast. Oh, thank you, pretty please. I like breakfast. Then I wash it down with my juice. But before we eat, we get up in our seat and we pray. Thank you, Jesus, for this food. Amen. Then we put on our bib, because we don't want food on us all day. I like breakfast. I like my eggs and cheese. I like breakfast. Oh, thank you, pretty please. I like breakfast. Then I wash it down with my juice. Big finale. Whoa, I like breakfast. Then I wash it down with my juice.
Yeah. Love it.
Yeah.
David, I don't know how many times you've been on the show, and I know you've done that probably about 3 times, but that's one you never get tired of.
Yeah, it's a great song. It is.
Well, we love to eat, right? We love breakfast.
Yeah.
Yes, we do. See, you just need to throw in something about Chick-fil-A in there, and Chick-fil-A will use that in a commercial, surely. I mean, it's a great toe-tapping commercial song. I love it.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that, Dan, because the Going to the Park with Daddy video that we just released, they're getting ready to start promoting that on their Facebook because we actually mention after, if the kids behave at the park, we'll get an ice cream cone at the Chick-fil-A. And so they actually messaged me yesterday. After I posted it, and they were like, "Hey, do you mind if we put this on our page?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure. That'd be great." Yeah.
Very cool.
So who knows? Who knows where that may lead? I may be eating chicken biscuits for free for the next 10 years. I don't know, but hey,
there's nothing wrong with that, man.
I would still keep walking and taking care of myself.
That is clean eating, right? I mean, there's no
Yes, it is. Hey, if Jesus ate it, we can too.
That's right.
David Glenn there, singer-songwriter. Pick up his stuff. Listen to it on Spotify, and you can also Facebook, YouTube, david.glenn.1004. 2 N's with David. David,
don't find the other David Glenn, because there's another David Glenn, and he sings songs that this David Glenn does not sing.
Yeah.
Thank you for that, Dan.
David, the other David Glenn doesn't wear cool glasses like our David Glenn.
Exactly.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, David, we always love talking to you. We got to go to a break. Good to see you. I'm Rick Probst.
Hey, you too, guys.
I'm Dan Ratcliffe.
This is Faith Talk Live.